who was whipped and de-whipped. But before we do that, let's appreciate the fact that we had breaking news earlier on, unfortunate news rather, of an accident that claimed the lives of 8 people who were traveling in a matatu that was involved in an accident with a trailer along the Nairobi-Nakuru highway just past St. Mary's Hospital. Earlier on, we spoke to the sub-county police commander who gave us a little bit of information. We just want to cross over live. Our reporter Ibrahim Karanja is at the scene of the accident. Ibrahim, it's not such a good morning, bearing in mind the accident and the 8 people who have lost their lives. Kindly give us more information as it reaches you.
Well, Jesse, indeed it's a very sad morning here in Nakuru County. As we speak, I am at Soisambu. This is along the Nakuru-Nairobi highway, some few minutes from Nakuru town. It's actually about 20 or so minutes, 15 to 20 minutes from Nakuru town. And this is where, unfortunately, the journey of 8 people who are heading to Nairobi early this morning came to an end. And tragically so. 8 people have been confirmed dead from this particular accident. And just to take you to see the exact state of how things are, indeed, from what I have observed myself, from what I have seen with my naked eyes, it is that this is a gory accident, because even the scene in itself, some things are rather not shown to our viewers, or rather not shown as much as the police have collected the 8 persons who died, or the 8 bodies who died, and 2 people in the matatu had 10 passengers actually survived accident, survived the accident, but what is really injured according
Well, apologies for that small issue in terms of audio, but we're trying to establish it. Even as Karanja definitely continues giving us a take of the scene of the accident. Just to mention what he mentioned, quite gory. He's just about to speak to some of those who are at the area of the accident, and we'll definitely try and listen in to what he has to say. I'm told the audio has been re-established. Karanja, apologies for that. Kindly continue.
Yes, Jesse, I'm now joined by the Gilgil Sub-County Police Commander who we spoke to earlier, Bonaunditi. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to us. Such an unfortunate morning. Early in the morning, you told us on KTN News that 8 people had died from this particular accident. What more information do we have right now?
The information we have is that 8 people passed away and 2 survived the accident. 1 is in serious condition. 1 has got minor injuries. And the problem is the Nissan vehicle was heading to Nairobi from Nakuru. The trailer was heading to Nakuru. And the trailer was overtaking another vehicle. And reaching at the place of accident, he found the vehicle coming from the opposite direction. And there was a head-on collision. And that is what has brought this unfortunate event this morning.
So perhaps where are the bodies of the 8 that have been collected by the police, and where are the 2 people who you say have been injured?
The 2 survivors are at St. Mary's Hospital, which is just a few meters from here. And the bodies of those who have left us are in the Gilgil Sub-County Hospital, where they are going to be kept.
Well, sir, thank you so much. Perhaps you will be telling us even as more information comes in. But did you establish the exact time when this particular accident happened? And saying that 8 people in a matatu that was carrying 10, perhaps you can tell us the kind of, how many people were in this particular matatu?
The matatu had 10 people, including 10 passengers, 9 passengers and the driver. And normally during this COVID regulation, the vehicles should carry 8 people. But unfortunately, because of the morning, they decided to carry more. One of the survivors was a driver of the same company, the same circle, who was heading to Nairobi to pick their vehicle. But he survived the accident.
And what is the fate of the driver of the trailer?
The driver of the trailer left unhurt. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Well, from the sub-county police commander. And just to show you more wreckage, and before we go to more wreckage, let me talk to a supervisor of the Molo Line Matatu Sacco, who's here. Immediately he had this accident last year. Sir, thank you. Niambie jina lako alafu niambie ulipata taarifa hii saa ngapi?
Tumepata taarifa hii after hiyo tu accident imefanyika. Tukapigiwa simu tukaambiwa gari yetu imegongwa na lori ambayo ilikuwa ina overtake. Hii gari imetoka Nakuru saa 10:45. Saa 10:45. Sasa wakati ilikuwa inaenda Nairobi mpaka CCTV ziko. Kwa hivyo hao watu tunawajua sababu tutawatoa kwa CCTV. Lakini wakati sasa ilikuwa imebeba watu capacity. Lakini kamoja ni katoto. Sisi hatubebagi excess kwa gari zetu na haikuwa na excess sababu watu abiria wanakuwa naye.
Nafikiria utapata nafasi, kampuni ya Molo Line itapata nafasi ya kuelezea hayo baadaye. Lakini pengine unasema ni saa 10:45 ndio imetoka Nakuru. Sasa wakati imekuja kufika hapa imegongana saa 11. Saa 11 hivi. Ndio wakati driver alikuwa anaenda Nairobi amechomokewa na hii lori. Hii lori ya sijui kampuni inaitwa Almis. Wakati tu nimeambia mwenye aliona ameniambia tu imekuja tu ikamchomokea hata hakuweza kuhepa hata kidogo. Yeah. Na pengine kama kampuni natumai kwamba mna hizo records za wale abiria ambao walikuwa kwa gari na pengine njia kuna mpango pengine mkirejea ofisini ya kuzungumza na familia zao ama manake watu wengi huacha contacts.
Mpango unajua imeendelea kama kawaida sababu sisi kampuni yetu kabla uingie book unapitaka mpaka kwa machine kwa CCTV lazima uangaliwe na tuone wewe ni nani. Yeah, everything will be okay. Na hizo familia tunawaomba pole sababu sio kupenda kwa kampuni ya Molo Line ni vile accident imekuja.
Kakangu umesema unaitwa nani?
Naitwa Venerable Achidikon Peter Meroro.
Asante sana. Asante sana. Well, Jesse, you have heard from the Molo Line company supervisor. He's based in Naivasha. He says the matatu had left Nakuru at 4:45 a.m. They have the CCTV records, according to him, and only 15 minutes later, it got involved in this particular accident here. The wreckage being removed right now there. I know perhaps in the interest of time, we might not be able to speak to more people, but that is what is left of the matatu. And it is good to mention that traffic is flowing. The police here are doing a good job in terms of making sure that the highway is not interrupted. The movement of the highway is not interrupted. But that is we have immediately we get any additional information, we shall be getting back to you and to our viewers, Jesse.
All right, many thanks, Ibrahim Karanja. We definitely appreciate the fact that you made your way to the scene of the accident. Just information coming out of that particular scene, 8 people have lost their lives. The bodies have been transported to Gilgil Sub-County Hospital as the 2 survivors from that particular accident are at St. Mary's Hospital. The companies are definitely working on a way to inform those who are affected in terms of loss of lives. We'll give you more information as it comes to us from Soisambu, just past St. Mary's Hospital. Many thanks, Ibrahim Karanja. Let's shift focus right now back to matters touching on the week that has been. It was quite interesting taking a look at what happened to Irungu Kangata, senator who